Oh, you're gonna get it. Hmm. Ooh. 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 Thuez. 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 Nope, still can't pronounce it. Okay, hi everyone. In this video, this is going to be a huge video. I'm going to, because I've got so many critiques that have been sent into me, instead of doing one for each video just now, I'm going to do a couple. So I'll try and keep it quick between each one, and I'll just go through them all. Okay, so for this one, I am looking at the photos of Joseph W. McDonald. And he sent me in his shots. Oh, they're quite small, so I can't tell. And this one is called B on a flower. It's 35mm f1.8 G lens. And all the settings stuff. But yeah, ew, okay, wait a minute. You've made it absolutely tiny, which is fine, but it is tiny. And all you can see is, all we're really seeing is the back of the bee. And he's really kind of disappeared in amongst all of this, very interesting flower. So this is where a macro lens would be much better if you're doing a shot like that. And try and get the head of the bee instead of just the back. I would say that's really what you want to get a shot of. Next one is, I'll give you a little bit of an introduction. Hi, I'm getting back into photography after a long time. I used to shoot the Canon 20D, but I sold that a long time ago as I lost interest. As of today, I own a Nikon D300 and love the camera way more than the Canon. I am relearning the trade, but like to do this as side income and hobby. I've watched tons of videos from your site, as there's lots, and from Jared Poland's site. Glad the two of you are friends, as you're both my favourite to learn from. So I've been using the tricks I've learnt and some feedback, as no one really gives me a critique, as I'm saving up for flashes so I can do some strobe stuff. Cool, brilliant. Okay, I give Dom permission to use my photos of the blogger's YouTube site. Okay, thank you. Okay, your next shot again is a very small image that you've sent me, and what is it here? You've done it with the Tokina, my favourite lens, 11-16, and you've done it like brilliant. Okay, I'll just have to kind of zoom in on my screen for this. A bit odd. It's kind of like a road bit that just kind of goes into the middle of nowhere. I don't know what editing you've done on there, but it's pretty strong editing. Strong blue saturated skies, strong yellow, and the sun just kind of going over there. That's fine. The leading lines of the road that's going up there are leading into nothing that I can see. It's just kind of bushes and black. I don't know whether this is just a tiny file that you sent me or something, but colours and stuff are nice and interesting, but there isn't really anything for me to look at. So in this photo, try and have a subject here, and if the subject are these white lines, then I'm not really understanding what it's about. Let's see what he said. This was taken of a picture of a reservoir. Oh yeah, so it is road to nowhere, and it leads to dirt and weeds. Okay, that's interesting. So this is one where I needed to read it, because I can even tell it's a road. It just looks like some road markings just going randomly nowhere. So I think a slightly different composition, maybe further back, or something else would be needed for that one. Okay, your next one. Ooh, in its tiny little thumbnail format, looks beautiful, but it's tiny. I can barely see it again. Storm moving in. Sweet. I took this when I was at work. Where the heck do you work? Cool. Gorgeous. I like doing landscapes, and this is one I like a lot. I like the layers of clouds and mountains in this one. I absolutely agree. I think that is a very nice photo. You've got interest in the sky of the kind of clouds there. You've got the mist in that bit there, and you've got real thirds kind of going on. That's all good work. These little trees at the bottom are a little bit distracting, so maybe if you're from a higher position, that would work quite well as well. Maybe if it's more of a panoramic, this would be a good one if you use the photo software called PT GUI, which is panoramic something, where you can take lots of photos and you could get a great panorama shot up there. So check that out, PT GUI. is the name of the software, and that makes great panoramas. It stitches your photos together, and it's brilliant. So yeah, I'd like to see what you could do with that stuff. Next one, this is Acrobat on a bike. Oh, this is interesting. This is the second one I've had a shot of somebody who, and it's a chick again. Okay, there's a photo shot from a local bike shop. This was practice with the D300. Cool. Again. The bike's not moving. Bike is stationary. But yeah, kind of cool. I'd like maybe if she was looking at me, because at the moment she's just kind of staring down at the ground. So maybe if we get more of a kind of a portrait of her doing that. And also maybe if there's a bit less contrast, because at the moment you can't really tell in this tiny picture what's going on with arms, legs, bodies, and bits kind of sticking into her there. So yeah, just watch on the contrast. If somebody's got just a black t-shirt, what you can actually do with that. Okay, good one. Let's go to last one. Is candid shot. This was a great candid shot as she judges the bike and where to place herself. Let's squeeze it in there. It does, or does it look like she's bending over and doing a fart? Not digging that pose. Like that as a picture of the bike, that's cool. The position that she's in, I'm not digging that. If she was kind of looking strong and like there, she's looking a bit nervous, a bit scared. She's on her heels, she's got her hands down, and she's staring at the bike. She is giving herself a timid look for something, a person who's about to be like balancing on it with one hand. That doesn't show her for the person that she is with something that she is about to be using, where she is the person that is of interest on top of it. So that, if you took her away, is a perfect bike shot. But as a candid shot of her, it doesn't quite show me the brave, confident person that she has to be on top of that bike in one hand. Whew, okay, that's that one done. Okay, that's one out of a bunch that I'm going to do. So well done, Joseph. I would definitely want to see more, especially some panoramics, as your landscapes I think are going to be pretty good. Okay, let's go to the next person. Here's one from Klein. Can you critique my photos? I'm a self been doing it for 2 years. Some good feedback is what I want to improve in some of my stuff. Would be great. I don't understand. Thank you for keeping up the work, Kurt Klein. I do give you permission to use it. But where are the photos? Okay, download all. How do I do that? Let's give that a go. Ooh. Well, these look cool. How does this work? I don't know what this weird download thing is. SkyDrive. Okay, so this is Kurt Klein's shots, and first one, that's pretty cool. Kind of a person doing a bit of an odd pose near the end of some strange water, which there also seems to be snow on as well, so that looks pretty darn cold. Okay, actually this is one where I would say, without the subject there, the person, who's kind of walking, kind of doing an airplane, whee, flying down, she doesn't look cool, nor does she add to the photo. She's actually a distraction in the photo, I think. This is a very good landscape. It would be pretty cool. I would say if you warmed it up a little, so if you brought the white balance up just a touch, that's a cool shot. Maybe if there's a slightly more dramatic sky going on, because you've got this great mist or har coming over the water, over the hills there, which is very interesting. But you can't really tell that it's meant to be freezing cold with that stuff there. So I say zip her out or turn her around and make her more of a subject or something interesting, because that looks like a great place for taking photos. Very interesting. That'd be a great nighttime shot. See if the stars moving up, see if there's like a long shutter speed and all that water was totally smoothed out. That would be very, very cool. I'd like to see that again. Okay, your next one. Amazing. Love this. What is this? You haven't given it a name. Is there a name? If I put my finger over it, does it do anything? Okay, the finger doesn't do anything. Absolutely brilliant. I think that is really good. Contrast, colour, shut up. There's no colour, but contrast, concept, lighting, shadows, positioning, fantastic, really cool. Like that a lot. Next one. Fisheye of a girl at a baseball match? Yankees, maybe the Yankees, because they've all got Y's on them. Fisheye is always not always the best for a portrait, but here it's quite fun. But I don't think the effect that you're getting from the fisheye lens is in any way contributing to the location or to the person's personality. So for this one, I think just a normal wide-angle lens would have been pretty cool enough. Because what this is about the woman in the location that she's at the time that she's at. It's not about the funky lens, the funky angles, it's nothing about the camera. This is about the person, the location, and the timing. So here, I don't think the fisheye is of any benefit to the photos. Granted, it may give you a slightly dynamic if you're having it in a set of photos, but otherwise it's not needed. In terms of the actual photo itself, I think the fisheye detracts from it. The desaturation in it as well. This looks like a party time. This looks like a fun time. So I would up the saturation just a touch instead of having it kind of desaturated that you've got it there. Okay, last one. Ooh, very cool. Again, using a fisheye or a really distorted wide angle. The only problem is it seems to be at a bit of an angle, as in you've got over here you've got 1, 2, 3, and then there's a couple missing. Over this side is right to the end. So first of all, clean out the pond of the leaves, sort that out. Or get your little clone tool and start removing all of them. So you just need to straighten that up. I can't tell what building that is. I don't know if that's an important building. There's nothing kind of showing that building to be as interesting to deserve a swimming pool or a pond thing like that in front of it. This just seems to be the side of the building with like a bit of a boring roof as well. So I'm thinking maybe the thing over there might have been quite interesting. Colours and effect that you've done, I think, are great. I like the punchy colours there as well. This would be good if there's like a group shot. If everyone had come out of the office and they were having a drinks party around that pond thing, that would be a good time to get a shot of that. Great kind of control of the sky and everything, and some good photoshopping, which I like. It looks obviously kind of played around with in Photoshop, but it looks fun and it looks bright and it looks interesting. But again, there's not really a subject for me to grab my attention of to think, wow, that's an interesting photo. It really is just a pond with a bit of a boring side of a building. Pond's got leaves in it. You need to clean that up. Okay, next one. Oh, and that's it. Okay, that was your chance, Kurt Klein. I loved your baby photo, 100%. The rest you could definitely improve on. Whew. Next one. Okay, this next one is from Salim Caliskan. And it says, hello, Mr. Dom. How are you doing? I like your critiques. And if you want, you can, but some Gordon Ramsay terms in it. What? Can you critique everything? Model, landscape, lines, colours, logo. And if you want, you can, but some Gordon Ramsay terms in it. Put some, I think is what you're meaning, not but. About me, I always photograph as a hobby. 6 months ago, I took the step to see if I could do it professionally. A month ago, I started with school. I am enjoying it very much. Okay, Salim, you sent me an email later on where you said, yes, I give you permission to use your photos, but you sent tiny ones again. Okay, this one. Model looking down. Model looks like, okay, wow, okay, we're in a location. This looks like a old-fashioned train station that she's at, but you're not really able to tell that very much. Quite a revealing dress that she's got on, so yeah, there's too much headroom up here, like we're seeing all the way up into the rafters here, and she's quite a bit down. I would fill it up or crop in more so you're seeing more of her, because this is what the photo is really about. Her little jubblies sticking out there are really distracting me there. Anyway, I would like some eye contact. That she looks too sad in that photo to be wearing a dress that's as sexy as that. So yeah, I would like location fine, model fine, dress fine, but look wrong. I think you want her looking at the camera, and also the location that she's in. I think you need to incorporate that more into the photo of some sort. Make it look either old-fashioned or busy or something like she's waiting for someone. Okay, your next one. This one's called Bridge with Mist. And you've done a long exposure here as you've got these kind of cool moving lights over there, and another kind of haunting light coming towards us as well. That is quite a well-controlled shot. You've got it totally level. You haven't got any converging verticals of the slopes coming up to the side. It's a misty day, which is pretty cool. I quite like this shot. I'd maybe crop it up a little bit, just taking out some of this bottom bit, because it gets a bit boring once you get all the way down to dot, 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 dot over here. So yeah, just crop that up just a touch, so you've just got it at the interesting bit, which I would say is maybe something like that. I would say that is the crop that you want to have. So they're really just on the action instead of seeing all this extra stuff down here. It looks like you're on the wrong side for these signs are obviously facing the other way. So you're like, what are they showing over there? I can't really see it. Color-wise, exposure-wise, good. I like it. That's good. It needs something more to grab my attention though. I wouldn't stop by that on like a photography website. It needs another subject of interest, maybe a proper white line going past the camera to bring more attention to the foreground as well. Okay, your next one. scphotography.nl. Okay, another cute model you've got here in a fairly cool location. Obviously a big long fireplace behind her. She's kind of funky on the chair. She's got her headphones in her hand. She's got some cool kind of boots, then jeans, then white jacket and jewellery. And great eye makeup on her as well. So cool, like this. I would move her more so she was absolutely perfect in the centre, or have her more intentionally over to the side, because at the moment it kind of looks like she just wasn't quite in the middle. The vignetting that you've done, that's definitely an Adobe Lightroom. You've done a post vignette on that, and I'm not really digging that bit there. Also, again, she looks sad. You've got very much a sad feeling to most of your photos, it seems like, going on here. This is DJ to more. Unless her songs are really kind of la 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 la, ooh, then if she's a DJ, I'm reckoning she's going to be cool and rocking, especially with the outfit that she's wearing just there. So I would like her to give some more attitude to the camera and like be like a bit more yo. So yeah, cool model. Lighting as well it looks absolutely fine. Very nice soft lighting. It works well with the location that she's in. Maybe Photoshop any of the dusty, dirty spots on the ground there, but I like the position that you've got her in. And it is cool. I want eye contact with her. I want to see who she is. Whew, next one. Okay, here's a cool one. This is Old Timer. Yeah, and it's this I think is a very good photo, or is a very good kind of subject to take photos of. It looks very old-fashioned. The fact that you've got the car lights on, good move there. Again, maybe a little bit too strong with the vignetting over at the side here, but your subject is quite cool, quite interesting. That totally brings me into like 1950s America kind of feel that you've got in that one. Nighttime kind of thing. This might be quite cool if there was a person sitting in the car, because at the moment it's just a car with the lights on, which is a bit strange. So if there's somebody sitting in the car, maybe if they had a leather jacket on, smoking a cigarette, or even if there's, even better, if they were standing against the car with the petrol kind of canister there, smoking a cigarette, proper old school, that would be brilliant photo. But as it is, yeah, it's just interesting subject, but definitely you could always add something onto that photo. I think it would be cool. Okay, last one. This one is a couple guys. What's this called? Has it got a name? The Suriname River. Suriname River? This one, you've got the sun coming straight down. You've got some guys with their little bag of nothing going down onto a pretty guff-looking beach. You've got a bit of a storm. You've got a bit of sun. Not digging this really. This looks like it's really been taken from a standing position, which any person with any camera could have taken. To make this more interesting, I would either got from a lower position or from more of an angle or something. At the moment, it really looks like you've just kind of gone photo and taken that. There's nothing really I'm seeing that's grabbing my attention to that at all. The beach is a bit dull. The boats are not in an interesting position. The people are walking away. They aren't of any interest. There's nothing happening on the water. that is by far your weakest shot. You need to definitely bring something more into that photo and change your angle and work on the composition on that one. So that was my critique of yours for Salim Caliskan. Your DJ one I thought was the best. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, now in this one I'm doing a photo critique of Kishan Sikotra. Kishan Katra. Oh, okay. Let's just say hello, Mr. Bauer. Oh no, Mr. Bauer. No, that's my dad. I'm Mr. Dom. Thank you very much. I'm going to be so tough with you. Okay. Hello, Mr. Bauer. After seeing your photo critiques, I figured you are just the man to give me some much needed harsh words. Oh yes, of advice so that I can hopefully improve. Oh, you're going to get it. And to start with, a confession. I'm a Canon shooter. I'm using the 550D. I've got a Canon and I've got the 550D. Okay, so I hate you, but at the same time I like you. I've only been snapping away for about 1 year now, and it is purely a hobby for me. I've learnt from watching your tutorial videos and just making loads of mistakes. Best way to learn is by making loads of mistakes whilst out and about taking photos. All the images have been edited using Lightroom 3. Ooh, I only have Lightroom 2, so you're one up on me there. Okay, the first one, let's have a little snifter at this one. And it's huge! Yes! You've sent me a big file. Speed Freak. Cool. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, what's the details? This was 1/4 of a second. F20 ISO 100 with your kit lens 18-200. Wow. Okay, that's a cool conceptual photo there. Yeah, obviously that is a bike photo. That would be quite cool on a cycling website where it was like the logo banner up at the top. I think that'd be a pretty smart one. They're interesting colours. You can obviously tell it's cyclists and they're going hecka fast. And it looks like you've also done a zoom as well while you've been taking the photo. Either that or you've been running back the way. So you've panned, you've zoomed, you've followed them, you've done it for 1/4 of a second. Good techniques. I like it. I like the colours. I like the fact there's no distractions in it. Cool. What is sometimes good is if you are panning with the people, you've gone for 1/4 of a second, so that is a heck of a long time. I would say maybe cut this down to 1/10 of a second. You'll still get great blur in the background as long as you're panning around with them. But if you could get this person, in more focus, not just total jiggle that you've got here, then that would be pretty cool. You know, the person at the front could be totally blurry or something like that, but this person just a little bit more in focus. I think it'd be good, but otherwise it's like a painting. It's beautiful. So this is a good work, Kishan. I'm going to give you a nickname. I'm going to call you Silky. Okay, your name is Silky from now on. I like it, and definitely I think that is banner kind of style up at the top there. Okay, let's see your next one. This one's called Memoir. It's huge. Ooh. Silky, I like this. I like this a lot. This is Memoirs, all things I have ever been. No way. Okay, this is cool. Take with the 550D, the 17-85 lens, and the speed light with no attachments, shutter 50th of a second, f8 ISO 400. Brilliant. I like this one. This is very much an artist thing here. Heroic, abusive, envious, thief, rapist, cunt, violent, trusting, crooked, devoted, ambitious, honest, artful, pessimist, stripper, prat, loving, optimist, bigot. Wow. Yeah. I like that a lot. The fact that you've got the person right in the centre, you've got this great natural kind of vignette going around the side, you've got him right in the middle, or you, I don't know. I really like that one. I really like that one. only way I think you can make it better is not from a photographic point of view, but from an artistic point of view, is even more post-it notes. If you had them covering the full wall all the way across. And maybe if you had them full all the way across, and it's in black and white, but apart from one that you have somewhere in that list, which is in colour, and it's saying in love, or something like that, or depressed, or wherever the person is just now, or maybe a father, you know, something like that. I think, oh, good, like that. Okay, damn, I want to be harsh because you call me Mr. Bauer, right? Next one, gonna be harsh on this one. I still remember the day I was made to stand in time out. What? I still remember the day I was made to stand in timeout. Right. I still remember the days I was made to stand in timeout. Okay, it still doesn't make any sense when I read it slowly. Okay, yeah. Flash done again. This guy's fairly well built. And there's a bit of a weird thing going on with his shoulder over here. It's kind of a blur, but I think that actually might just be his shoulder. Again, right in the middle, black, high contrast. Kind of great kind of lines going on here. Damn. Okay. Well done. Well done, Silky. I like this one again. Like the contrast has been well controlled and everything. I like that. I like your central position. Maybe it's a little bit too low, and maybe you could crop the top part because there's a long amount of black up there. So maybe if you just bring it down just a touch, so he is, if you're gonna have him right in the middle, right there. Or would it be good with him at the side? I think I might be pretty cool with him at the side as well. Instead of right in the middle, because right in the middle, he's right in the attention. If he's in timeout, he's usually away in the corner. So maybe if you had him just right over in the corner, that might be a cool concept. But this is more conceptual rather than critiquing your actual photo skills. So that's where it gets tough. And your last one, this is final image taken with the with the 70-200 f2.5. I think you're wrong there. I look forward to using these photos. Okay, cool. This one, I'm guessing that's a boy in some water, and you've really worked with the white balance to give it a blue look and all that kind of stuff. You can see some shocking chromatic aberration around this the high contrast area. Chromatic aberration you usually get from high contrast areas when your lens isn't the super duper lens, and that can give softness to black and white shots. This is quite a cool shot again. I think again a crop, because you know I'm a big fan of crops. Where you're not seeing quite so much of this kind of distracting stuff up the top. It is slightly distracting up there. I don't really quite get what it is, so I can't really give you much detail on that one. But I'm going to leave you on this one because I really just want to go back to your cycling and your memoirs are top notch. Really like them at Silky. So keep those, and yeah, good work, Silky. Like them a lot. Okay, next one. Hope you don't mind me calling me Silky. Okay, bye. Okay, here's Lisa Adams emailing me again. And this is because I did a critique of her. I think she's number like 17 or something. She says, "Hi Dom, first off, thank you so much for getting to my images so quickly. Sorry everyone else, because I haven't. You're such a great resource of learning and, oh, you're very nice. It's such a blessing to have those, such as yourself, willing to teach fellow photographers how to improve their work." Well, all I'm really doing is giving my suggestions, what I think. I'm not necessarily giving what is definite. Photography is very much an art, and what could be seen in one eyes as totally wrong can be seen in another. But in general, there are some rules about it. And anyway, so Lisa then goes on and says, "Secondly, although the photos I've sent in for my portfolio critique are evidence of some of my work, they may not represent what I really love to photograph. I thoroughly enjoy event photography because I don't have time to be nervous and insecure. Very true. I see beautiful shots, anticipate reactions, target emotions, and have an amazing time during the entire event. I also love maternity and newborn photography because I remember how it felt to have a baby growing inside of me. Oh my god, like an alien going bleh! As well as what it felt like to witness that new and precious life. Both maternity and newborn photography fill me with joy, being a mother of 2 young boys, one with a giant head. I guess I was feeling insecure and didn't want to send in work I thought you wouldn't be interested in. I'm interested in all types of work, Lisa. Instead, I tried to find work that was neutral and may be something you'd like to critique. I am feminine, a mum, a wife, and a lover of life, and feel those photos represent the photography I best enjoy capturing. These are things that inspire me, excite me, uplift me, and I just find beautiful. I understand that you've taken time to critique my first set of photos, so I surely don't want to waste any more of your time. However, I am learning, and I shouldn't be looking for photos you might be willing to critique, but rather photos that best represent me as a photographer. Correct. Anyone may take a crisp photo, but I am supposed to be showcasing who I am as a photographer. Also, instead of a crisp, boring photo, I figure I would send in photos that are more creative and more true to my photographic eye. Okay, good. This is for all of you, everyone. This is good chat she's given here. Do with these what you wish, but I didn't want to be sending in just generic photographs that I've been taking. By the way, these are all shot with the D700, which I'm getting soon, as were the previous shots. Okay, so you've just got your little shots here, and I won't critique too much, but this is of your adorable and adoring son, Gavin, who's 4 years old. Great shot in the eyes. Love it. Very nice. Again, working the logo. Logo is definitely something to work on there. Because your name's tiny. It's like a big square thing with a camera and it's tiny writing. I can barely see it. But yeah, that's a cute shot of your kid. Your next one, this is a pretty shot that is telling a story for me. Is a summer jazz concert at a winery in eastern Wa State. I don't know where Wa State is. But if that's kind of a collection of shots, like the guy playing with the jazz and the people after it, that's good, because you've always got to have kind of a collection of shots. You know, sometimes one photo may tell 1,000 words, but they might be 1,000 words of nothing. If you have 2, 3, 4 photos that all say the same 1,000 words, that might be really good 1,000 words that they're saying. It might make a good story. So sometimes sending just one photo is just a lost story. Sending a collection of photos which are all roughly around the same thing is very good. And here, nice shots, yeah, and you've got great capture of the people enjoying themselves at the actual event, and she looks, you know, real natural happiness and all that kind of stuff. What I would say is with this one, the bouquet, the blur in the background looks kind of funky. It's kind of weird. It doesn't look like your normal soft blur. So I'd like to know what lens that you used on that one, because I wouldn't want that lens. I would want something where it really makes the background really soft, really total goo if I was shooting like that. The next one is, this is a crowd enjoying the concert. Yes, at blah, blah, blah. Seemingly unaware that I'm getting their candid expressions. Perfect, that's good shots, good shots. Next one, lovely shot of a bottle, well exposed, in the snow, cool and interesting background. Totally blown out, that looks really good. I like that one as well. Oh, my girlfriend would be like, oh, that's so cute. Meanwhile, I just think babies are just kind of... and what is this? A sweet newborn baby, safe and secure in the love of his parents, who made capturing his precious little features a joy. As long as you've got good parents and a sleeping baby, result. And that's very cute how he's got a massive hat on. But to me, babies are just like a big pile of living poo-making machines. So I don't really get them. Unless they're being cute and playing with stuff, I don't know. Like, see, my idea of baby shots I like them to be in like outfits, maybe like little kind of like cowboy stuff, or if they're asleep, putting like a bottle of beer in their hands and some cigarettes beside them, and then some shades on while they're asleep. So it's fine because they're not going to take up booze and fags and sunglasses. And then you get some like really funny shots of them there. But this is absolute classic, cute shot of baby. Well done. Next one is a bump shot. Oh, you can't see her face though. That's a bit of a bumper. Get it? You get it? This is a mummy who loves life and wants to show off to her cute pregnant belly. Okay. While she's playing in the autumn leaves. Cool. Like that a lot. Thank you, Dom, for your dedication to photographic community. I'm grateful to have someone like you to learn from. Oh, thank you very much, Lisa. Well, Lisa, I think I could be learning a lot of things from you as well. You look like you've done some great stuff there. Okay, next person. Oh, here's photos from a guy called John Urban. I'm sure I've seen you on my Facebook as well. Hoping you'd like to take a look at my recent bridal shoot. I am trying to get better posing and facial expression, but I've included 3 images. Thank you so much. Ah, no, sorry, you haven't given me the permission to be harsh and to actually critique them and use them on my YouTube and my blog. So unfortunately, I can't see those, and none of you can see those either. Okay, this one I'm doing a critique for Joep. I can't even pronounce your name. It's the nope. I can't even pronounce your names. Jop. Okay, I'm calling you Jop because I really cannot pronounce your second name. Thuez. Nope, still can't pronounce it. Okay, so you've sent me in your photos. It says, I'm a 16-year-old photographer from Turnbull, Belgium. Making you Belgium. I've been photographing for about a year now and I really enjoy it. I also want to thank you for your videos because you've helped me when I was just starting out. I would appreciate if you would take a look at my photos. I used the Canon 40D to Kina 16-50 and the Canon 100L macro. Okay, cool. So the first one you've done is Confused Cow. Okay, cool. Quite like that one. Colours, interesting. You've kind of given it a vintage look. You've kind of desaturated and also given a bit of a blue to the shadows, it seems like. And you've got cow there. The only thing is you are behind the barbed wire. I would like this more if you weren't behind the barbed wire. So you've obviously done a fairly slow shutter speed. But what? 6 seconds? No. Oh, no. Really? Yeah. 6 seconds out of 150mm. No way. That's... Really? Nah, don't believe it. But like you're behind the barbed wire. I would like to see and like you. No. So get in front of the barbed wire. That's a great shot. I think that's quite a cool shot. I'd maybe crop a little bit of the sky away. Color wise, I like it. Cow over there, I like it. I probably like a sharp shot of the cow really, because the cow's not really moving anywhere. It's not really doing anything. I don't know what the movement in the cow is bringing to the photo. For me, it's nothing really. I think this would be better if it was just a proper, normal kind of photo where it was sharp and you're getting a cow just randomly. See if you just like clicked your fingers or threw some bread at it or something and you got it coming around going, that would be the confused cow photo that I'd want to get. But get in front of the barbed wire, I say, is what you need to do. Okay, your next one is, ooh, polaroid plant. Polaroid plant. A micro shot of a plant. I liked it. Oh, I edited it like a Polaroid photo. Okay. Yeah, really nice shallow depth of field, really punchy colours, really sharp bits of the flowers, or the things which turn into the flowers. Composition wise, it's not really digging it for me. I think if you were even closer, because at the moment you've got all this kind of guff going on over the side, you've got these purple bits kind of sneaking around the corner going, hello, look, take photos of me, and like, no, go away. And you've got this big white line as well. So I think something where you're like really cropped in, or something like that, you know, that's just mental there. But yeah, composition wise, I would clean out the background a little bit more. Certainly just this white line there, but otherwise you're getting in nice and close, you're getting some interesting subjects and you're giving it really nice colours. I quite like the editing that you've done on that one there. But composition-wise, I would say give it a little bit of a change. Okay, your next one. Cool. Very cool. Okay, this one's called LP Records, and I'm guessing they're called, that's because they're LP records. Panorama shot with a bunch of LP records. F14, 30 seconds. ISO 200, 139 millimeters. 30 seconds. Okay, you've also got a good tripod. Again, I would say this is a fairly cool photo for what would be a banner of your website or something. So if you had that, and then you had, what's your name again? Oh yeah, Job. So if you had your name like plastered across that, that'd be pretty cool. Especially if you were getting into doing something like band or gig photography, that would be a cool logo at the top. If you had your name plastered across that, that'd be cool. Yeah, I like that. I like it. It's old fashioned. There's loads of them, and it goes off, and it's all in focus. Yeah, brilliant. Good work. Good work. But make that photo into something. So don't just have it as a photo. As a photo, it's nothing. But you can make that into something. I take away the Lionel Richie one though. But yeah, make that into a photo which is in some way benefiting you. I think that's a cool shot. Okay, next one. Cat portrait. Always skeptical of cat shots because it usually is just cat. But this cat's eyes are mental. Look at those. They're pretty cool. That's just like evil cat. That's weird. That's very weird. You've obviously got lights on both sides. What we said here, a very serious portrait of my cat. You're darn right there. Great focus on the eyes. You've got that spot on. Black and white. Yeah, I think that probably has worked to give it more of its seriousness. What have you done? F14, 200th of a second, 50 millimeters. Yeah, I think that's spot on. If I was a cat person, I'd probably like that. Again, that's something I could imagine easily being on an album cover. I think you've got the makings for like a music band CD cover photos. I think that'd be pretty cool on the front of a CD. Again, I don't know why. I like it. Okay, for a 16-year-old, these are awesome. And no way, what the hell is this? A macro shot of an eye. Only editing was the vignette and removing of reflection of the flash. I have another 4 photos like this, but I could only send in 5. So I would like to see. If you'd like to see the other photos, let me know. Jeez, oh. That is so cool. It can't be your cat, because like your cat has some pretty badass eyes. Can it be your cat? Because your cat's eyes are normally kind of more slitty down the way. It looks like it potentially could be, but that is amazing. I have no idea how you've managed to capture that. But there's also like some weird kind of reflections going on where the eye goes back and you've got stuff going on here, and that's on a CD. Again, a CD cover. That would be phenomenal. That is just the coolest thing I've ever seen, because that's kind of like what I've got as my business card, which I don't have any with me just now. I've got a cat's eye as a business card, but that is cool. That is V cool. I could stare at that for hours. In fact, I'm going to stare at that for later on. But very cool. Okay, for a 16-year-old photographer, good work, Job. I'm going to call you Job. Like that a lot. Okay, next person. Well done. Okay, this next one is Michael Woolley. He says, hello, Mr. Dom, good work. My name is Michael Woolley. I'm a photographer from Jacksonville, Florida. I don't know if I would call myself a professional, but it is what I do for a career. Okay, I've been doing it for over 2 years. I use a Canon, blah, blah, blah. I do a little bit of everything, studio portraits, photojournalism, blah, 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 stuff. Thank you very much. You haven't given me permission. Sorry, Michael, I can't look at your shots. You haven't given me permission to use it on my Facebook, my YouTube, or my blog, and you haven't said I could be harsh. So, I'm sure they're great shots, but I can't show them. Sorry, next one. Oh, okay, this one here, John Urban has got back to me. He says, yes, he's given me the permission to look at his shots. Okay, we'll go find them again. Okay, here are John Urban's photos, and oh, lovely. Lovely wedding dress shot there from behind. Good one to have a logo at the top. Maybe cloning out this tree there would be good. But yes, no, that looks good. A little bit blurry at the closest part of the dress, but we're not looking at that bit, are we? We're looking at the lady's butt. So I would say maybe having her totally look over her shoulder. So she was doing this, looking over, going hello, kind of thing. That would be quite good. I like the angle, like position, like the colours, like the lighting, like evening sun going on there. I like how you've controlled the light, the kind of highlights on her. So yeah, I just think maybe the model could work a couple of poses here because of where her arm here is here. This arm looks really slim or toned. This one looks like it's just in a big roll of, well, just, yeah, it doesn't look quite as good as the other one, I think. But yeah, it is a very nice photo, like that one. Okay, your next one. Again, oh, I've got a friend that looks just like her, actually. Yeah, so like here, she's a very toned woman. So what's going on with that? Like, not digging that position of that arm there. It's just not working. So yeah, the second photo here, Untitled 2. She's too low down. This church isn't really as interesting as the model or the bride herself. Like up here, it's nothing really that cool. It's all about her. So the shot there, that's cool. It doesn't go any lower, so you're not really seeing the rest of the dress. Remember, if it's weddings, if this was a shot of the church, if you were giving the photo to the church, that's fine. But if it's usually for the dress, it's usually for the model, it's usually for the bride, you're pointing too far up the way and not seeing nearly enough of her. She isn't the main point of focus on this photo here. So yeah, I would just maybe composition wise change that one a little bit. And your last one here, cool. I would have cloned out scratches in the background. It looks a little bit. You just want to like clean up that. I'd probably boost the mid-tones up just so that background looks totally black. I'd also probably crop down the waist so you just don't have all this bit at the top, because like, she is only about halfway up the photo. So I would probably crop it in so it's kind of more of a photo like that. I think that would look really nice. And then having your logo over to the side, I think would look really good there. Her pose, her position, I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that. Hands against the wall? Hands against the wall? Is that kind of like, freeze, you're under arrest, hands against the wall, ooh. It looks a little bit unnatural, her hand and arm position there. Her pose off to the side, I think looks fine. Her body position now, she's got a little bit of twist in her hips. I think that looks great as well. But not sure about the hands. I think maybe having them on her hips would be great, or if 100% best would be if she was with a man. Man in a black suit, maybe beside her, maybe with a hat on, looking pretty cool. I think that would look awesome. Or it's just if you can see what she's looking at. If there's a man over in the corner, that'd be great. Anyway, but yeah, good work, John Urban. In terms of camera skills, yeah, you've got it. In terms of composition of your models and your just kind of slight action, I think you could definitely work the models more. Work them. Yeah. Good. Okay, next ones. Okay, here we're doing a photo critique for Kieran Murray. Kieran Murray 93. Okay, hi Mr. Dom. Good work, you've called me Mr. Dom. I'm a 17-year-old semi-pro. Oh my god, I hope you are. Semi-pro photographer, 17-year-old semi-pro photographer from Donegal in Northern Ireland. I've sent you 5 photos of my pictures, which I allow you to use in your YouTube video review. My main interest in work is in sports photography, and I'm currently using Nikon D3S. Okay, so you're saying you're actually working it already. Okay, okay, cool. Right, first shot. Football, Bohemians, TNS. Not too sure. I'm not into kind of football myself. The only thing I would say about this, it looks really hecka noisy, this photo. Like, is all this background? I don't know whether it's a small file that you sent me, but it definitely looks like ISO has been up really high. There's still blur in the football as well, so I'd probably go for a slightly faster shutter speed, but you may, like, it's pouring with rain, it's probably really dark. I'd like to know what lens you use. You haven't told me anything like that, but yeah, I would say either get a brighter lens or get a camera like the D3 or the D3S or the D700, just because here I can really tell, even in this compressed photo, there is a lot of noise going on up here. But otherwise, good captures. Okay, yeah. Next one, Dublin and Wexford. Nice photo. Cool, yeah. Good position. You're low down. You're probably shinty, I'm thinking maybe. Yeah, good capture. And barely as much noise as the last one. Okay, yeah. Good. I'd agree with that. Oh, beautiful. Lovely shots. What's your name again? Kieran Murray. This is a very nice photo here. Yeah, so in the snow, maybe it looks like it's almost even actually snowing as well, or you've just knocked lots of dust all over your sensor. But that's a beautiful shot. Yeah, it's like in the either the morning or in the evening when the sun's rising or setting. You've got this strong shadow coming here, but it's well controlled, and that lovely photo. I like that. That's definitely a photo I would stop by. If that was on a website, I'd definitely stop by that thinking, that looks really nice, because that reminds me of a lot of places up in the Highlands of Scotland where there's like these derelict old buildings and stuff. So yeah, lovely, very nice, like it, good. Next one. What's this? This is St. Ewan's and St. Mary's. Cool, another good capture. Okay. Yes, you know, these are sports photos. There's very little to critique about sports photos because you can't really control the lighting. You can't really control what the models are doing. All you can really do is your location, your shutter speed, and your camera settings. So here, you've got it spot on, and you've got a good capture there. And it's just like shitload. There's lots of stuff going on in that photo at that time. So that, yeah, good work. Okay. And your last one. Whoa, what's this? Back the Bid, England, 12-18. Lots of people. I'm guessing this was a football thing. Wembley. Yeah, cool. Nice shot. Lots of people. Shows the crowds. Kind of shows the location. You've got the underground sign up at the foreground there, and you've got, yeah, okay, right, well done. I like that one. I like that one a lot, Kieran. Kieran, okay, you told me you're 17, you're semi-pro. I was a bit nervous there, but as a sports photographer, I think, yeah, absolutely perfect. There's nothing to say down about it. I think what you've done with your cameras, your settings, and your timings that you sent me are absolutely spot on, absolutely perfect. I can't see any way of giving any negative comment. I can't really see any way of giving more critique, apart from the noise was a bit of an issue with your rainy shots. But otherwise, your landscape or your architecture one was beautiful. I'd like to see more of that. If you can make more like that landscape one, forget sports photography. I would say go for that. Good work, Kieran. I like that a lot. Well done. Next one. Okay, here we've got Jeremy Rami. It says, hi, Mr. Don. Good work. Firt, sorry to my bad English. That's superb English that you've just done there. I'm Jeremy from Germany, Bonn, 19 years old, and I love to be a photographer. I'm nature photographer and people as well. Why I think is the photo is good, ? Because I love the lighting in the photo. Brilliant English, Jeremy. Don't worry about it. I understand. And give you the freedom of using this photo. Brilliant, superb. I love your English. Your English is brilliant. Photo looking to future. This pic of my sister. Okay. Let's get on with your shots. First one. Thinking. Okay, bit of off-camera flash action going on there. It's a bit very dark. It's a bit very dark. That works. I like to see the location this person's in. This person may be thinking, but I think the person, the model has to do a heck of a lot of work to show or portray the full image by itself. I think here, a bit of the location might have been helpful. Like maybe if he was in a library, or if he was in a park looking solemn and sad. So off-camera flash used well. I like that. The contrast and the exposures controlled as well. And I like your logo down at the bottom. And I like that you put the writing on it. Brilliant. Good work. Okay, Jeremy. But I definitely think you can definitely add more to this, especially with using your locations and your surroundings. Next one, oh, you've given it no name. It's just MG1355C JPEG. This one looked kind of blurry. Looks really blurry. Again, kind of on the chair. Studio shot. Not digging this one a lot. It looks kind of like a very, very, very cheap studio shot. As in, it looks like there's paper behind. And you can tell that by the fact that there's kind of bumps on the background and stuff like that. It really just looks like somebody's put up a piece of paper, a cheap kind of stool there, and a person sitting on it, and the lighting is really over to the side, but yet it just looks like not much thought's gone into this one. Not a huge fan of that one, Jeremy. Next one, The Courage. It's a girl. I'm not understanding what the courage is here. She looks kind of like an Indian girl. Like she's doing a karate punch, karate chop. Ha, ha. You've got the light, you've got a flash going straight into her eye, which is giving her piercing devil eyes kind of going on there. If you're going to have a light coming straight on, try and make it big and soft, like a big round softbox. No, you don't get round softbox. You get octabox, a big softbox, or an umbrella, kind of so it's a bigger catch light in the eye. But the shadow modeling light that you get from like shadows and stuff, I'm really not getting it here. I like how you've added a little logo going on here, but there's not really much that I can tell about this photo that I can really make a story about or anything here. I'm missing too much of whatever the girl is doing at the same time. I really hope it's a girl. I really hope it's a girl. And her outfit, I don't know what that is of anything. So I'm really missing, with this photo, I'm missing the story. Let's see your next one. The Control. I love how you've given these names. These are brilliant. And there's a guy behind, I'm not understanding what control this person has. He's kind of like behind some wooden slats of a window of some sort. That's great. That's the kind of shot that I would see for like a horror movie CD cover or album, like DVD cover. I think that there's definitely something there. I don't know where the control comes into action. I say that's probably the wrong word to use that. Maybe say like the hidden, or the watching. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I like it. It could definitely work as a horror movie kind of thing. Last one, picture of a dog and the kid again that was doing the karate chop earlier. It's a picture of a kid and a dog, and neither are looking at the camera, and there's not really showing much personality of the dog. We're not getting any eye contact from the dog. It's all focused on the dog, and the kid's blurry. It's wrong timing. This is one where you haven't got it at the right time. You've got to get it whenever the dog is looking at you, where you were seeing something with character. Like at the moment, the kid is looking cute, but the character and what the purpose of this photo is on the dog. You know, the dog, effectively the girl in this photo is the surroundings, is a location. The dog is the subject. And we are trying to get some form of character or some form of relationship with the dog by just this instant photo. So this is where we get to see the dog is looking at the camera and we go, oh, it's a dog with a loving daughter. At the moment, it's just a dog and a kid looking off to the camera. So we're not really getting that relationship with people in the image. Okay, that's your Jerry. Yeah, that one's definitely your weakest. You're just kind of guy sitting on a chair with some paper behind him. Okay, Jeremy, hope you enjoy. Cheers. Next one. Whew, lots. Here's Jason. He sent me stuff. I don't think he's given me permission to use these. I've attached some of my work, and if you take a look at, if you have the time, a YouTube review would be really awesome. Okay, no, he has given me the, okay, phew, you have. Okay, so Jason Laravin has sent me an email. It says, "Hi, my name is Jason Laravin. I've been checking out your videos for a while now and practicing a ton. Good work. Always practice. I would class myself as an amateur. Okay. I shoot mostly families and little kids with natural light, and I've a wedding on the horizon. It's scheduled for August, so I'm pretty excited for that. Okay, cool. Try and get a chance to be a helper in another wedding photographer before you do. If you are the main man for a wedding, oh, that's another video. Another one. So to get to the point, I've attached some of my work for you to take a look at, and if you have the time for a YouTube or video, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and for your great work." Okay, first one, baby sleeping. Okay, baby shot. Yeah, baby looks kind of grumpy. Hat on, in bed. Good Nikon with the 50mm f1.4. Definitely, if you're shooting kids, always go with the widest aperture possible. ISO 150th of a second. Fine. Baby sleeping. I would like to see the baby awake. This is baby sleeping. If you're getting baby sleeping, if you saw in the couple of photos before, there was one where the baby was sound asleep and like in a little kind of funny egg position. Here is just kind of this shot. Though what I would say the problem with this shot is that this shot looks like anyone could get. It doesn't look like somebody with, you know, like great photography or great baby skills could get. So if you're getting shots of babies, get them awake, getting them having a smile and cracking kind of a face to you. So like, ah, kind of shots. Not, this is just sleep, anyone could have got that. Okay, your next one. Nice and big. Couple, no, this is kid with big smile. Definitely is a kid with a big smile. Very shallow depth of field. We've done this is at f2.8. ISO 1100. Oh, right, okay, so you're pretty dark place, and a 30th of a second. That's cool. Okay, again, with this one, it's a shot of a kid, but I think there's much more of a story behind this photo than what you're showing us here. If we were wanting to like Google, can we see a kid with a smile? You know, if we were like, what is a child? What is a smile? That is the photo that you'd get. That is a child and that is a smile. Perfect. But if you're wanting to really work as a photographer and really show the kid to his best potential, I think there's more that can be definitely brought into this photo. At the moment you're seeing the huge reflection in his big dark brown eyes, and you're seeing his very, very white teeth, but you're not seeing the location that he's in. I can't tell whether he's in a house, whether he's in a church, whether he's outside. The clothes that he's wearing, is this could have been shot in deepest, darkest Africa and he's got some rag around his neck, or it could have been shot in your local parish church. I can't tell what this photo is about. I'm not getting a story from this photo. So in terms of what you've captured, you have captured exactly what you said. Kid with a big smile. Spot on. But for you to be a photographer, you've got to capture more than just what you see in front of you. You've got to capture an atmosphere, a feeling, a situation, a time, an event. Here, it is very much just a Google search word, child with a smile, spot on, you've got it. So I want to see bring in extra stuff, bring in the atmosphere, the story behind the child. Is he an orphan? Is he a kid? Is he a wealthy kid? Is he, I don't know, anything, loads of stories. Next one. Couple with dogs. No, just called couple sitting at water. 50mm. Again, good. Lighting's good. Not strong, harsh shadows on them. The water is super blue behind them. Like really up the saturation of that, almost to the point that the actual blue, the water is more blue than this guy's blue top. So I would probably just calm, the the super translucent mega blue behind. Also, the composition wise behind them, like, okay, here we're getting a shot of a couple and their two dogs, and they're at a river. So I'm guessing the river is somewhere where they take their dogs for a walk and they're throwing the stick in all the time. Those dogs love jumping into the water. So they're great. I'm getting a story straight away. But the composition of it is I'm not really getting it. The dogs aren't really interested in the water. They're kind of staring over that way. The couple are staring at me, which is great. Unfortunately, oh, is that a bit of doggy lipstick there? Oh, God. Hide doggy lipstick. So yeah, I'd like to see different shots with the dogs in different positions. Here would be a great shot of just them throwing sticks into the water. Get some wellies on, get out into that water, get a shot of the dog bounding towards you as they're throwing the stick and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, in terms of photos of them and their dogs, that looks fine. Watch out for doggy lipstick and calm down the blue in the background. Okay, next photo, last one, same people again. This one is couple with the dogs. No. Okay, this one's couple by the water. Okay, this is where I see what's going on here. Vignette is too strong. It's too obvious straight away. Like the grey, the darker bits around the side. The crop as well. This has been taken from pretty much a standing position. Not good. I want you to be lower down and you're shooting straight behind them. Also, again, what is the photo of? It's two people looking over. What? Okay, it's water, but is there anything interesting going on there? Either we get face shots, portrait shots, or we have something which they are looking out towards. Again, having them over in the thirds somewhere in the image would help. But at the moment, it really is just a picture of two people's backs, which aren't really that interesting. It's not showing me the people that they are. We've got a whole bunch of ground down below. So that's where if you were lower, you'd get a lot less of this crap down here. And we'd see a lot more of what this river is actually about. The fact that you've gone for black and white again here is making the fact that this is a river less obvious. So I would really, what would I do? Yeah, lower down, bring in the colour, maybe get one of them facing you, or have some interaction between the two of them at the moment. Because at the moment it just really looks like those two people looking at a really boring river. Like they're having this romantic hug, but over what? What's the hug for? So yeah, get something interesting in the foreground, or let us see more of what is interesting about this river that makes it special to these people. Okay, so Jason, that's your shots. Okay, and right, I'm going to stop there because I've been going on for around about an hour, and I need more beer. So that was a whole shed load of critiques. If you're annoyed that I haven't done your critique in a whole separate video, I'm sorry, but I do have, let's see, another 53 critiques to get through, so I'm pretty far behind. Hopefully I've given you enough information there and some tips, and I hope you didn't mind the adverts that were through the video. This video is obviously taking me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to actually make. And then to edit is going to take me at least another 2 or 3 hours after this. And then uploading is going to be another 2 or 3 hours. So for me, these little adverts in between, I'm trying to use them to try and make it so it's actually worth my time to make these videos. And to help me out, if you could post these videos on your YouTube, on your Twitters, on your whatevers, your face stream pages, that would be really helpful if you could just pass on the message to as many people as possible so they can all see your photos, your videos, and my critique, and get more people subscribing all the time. That would be really, really helpful. So again, sorry for the adverts if you've had to watch any adverts or if you had to click on anything down below, but I'm trying to make it worth my time. But thank you everyone for sending your critiques, and I'll try and get through even more of them over the next week. Okay, cheers. Bye-bye.